welcome to today's episode of The Young and the Restless. We open up at the coffee house and we see Daniel is there attempting to text Summer to meet up, but then we see Summer is right in front of him, and when she sees him, Summer decides to run away. But then Sharon stops Summer and decides to give her a hug. Over at the over at Society, we see Ashley rants to Tucker about Diane being at the house, and Ashley wants Diane to disappear. When Ashley said that, the look on Tucker's face makes me think that he is going to do something. Then we go over to Sally in the park, and she's rubbing her belly talking to her baby. It seems like she just had some food. And then Adam calls and informs her that Victor agrees to his terms, and he begs her to come on board with him at McCall. And Sally wants to talk to Chloe first. We then see Nick arrives at the park, and he says that it sounds like she got good news. And Sally tells him to hear her out, not to rush to any judgment. Back at Society, Tucker reminds Ashley that she is partially to blame for the tension in the house by inviting him there, but Tucker vows to distract Ashley from the tension. Then we see Adam interrupts them and tells Tucker about his failing empire, and Tucker tells him to kiss his ass and calls Adam a failure. And Adam asks how did he let things go down so bad, and Ashley says that Tucker was bettering himself. Adam vows to make the company a major success again, and he leaves, and Ashley asks Tucker if he wanted to punch him in the face, and Tucker says that he is starting to believe she cares about him. Back at the coffee house, Sharon says that she's surprised that Summer is out and about because Nick told her she was down. And Sharon tells Summer that she has a community to lean on if she wants it. Summer asks for no support, and she wants to be alone. Then we see Daniel comes over and asks to talk. Back at the park, Sally tells Nick that Jill put the contract on hold, and Sally says that she is giving serious consideration to an opportunity, and Nick thinks that Sally wants him to give her the offer that he pitched before, but Sally says that no, and she wants to work with McCall at Adam. Nick's face is horrible. Then Nick asks if she is considering taking the job, and Sally says yes. Nick rants that Sally is willing to take Adam's offer but not his. Then says that it's Adam trying to insinuate himself into her life. Sally is offended that Nick doesn't think about her skill set, and that's the reason why Adam wants to hire her. Nick continues and says that Adam has an agenda, and they have an argument about it back and forth, and Nick rants that it's a minefield over there at McCall, and it's Victor and Adam that's trying to control her life, and she and the baby doesn't need that. Then we see Ashley arrives at Jabot and asks Jack if he is trying to kick her out of there too. Jack says no. Jack says that he too is tired of the fighting and asks Ashley to talk as brother and sister. And he tells her he misses her, and Jack says that he hates the tension. Jack says that he thinks Ashley is using him and Diane as a punching bag for her real issues that she's avoiding with Tucker. Then we see Diane and Tucker run into each other on the outside of the garden of the Abbott house. And Diane asks him if he doesn't have somewhere else to be. And Tucker says, "Welcome back, old Diane. I can see you there." Then we go back to the coffee house, and Daniel asks how can Summer accept Sharon's sympathy and kindness knowing that their mom is alive. Summer asks, how can you be so self-righteous knowing who you are? And Summer calls Daniel out for his judgment, and that's why Phyllis didn't want to tell him in the first place, and she regrets telling Daniel. Daniel reveals that he got a call from Phyllis. He tells her that it was a mysterious call, and Daniel says the situation is driving them both crazy. Then we see Chance watches them argue from the patio at the coffee house. While Danielle is there talking about Phyllis being alive. And she yells that Danielle is blowing up their lives and her marriage. Back at Jabot, Ashley says, "No, now you're an expert at my feelings, Jack." She calls him out for being hypocritical because he's doing the same thing with Diane, falling for someone he should not be falling for. Jack says that he knows why she knows who Diane is because he has been there and fallen back in love with her. Ashley asks, "Why is it okay for you but not for me?" Jack says that Diane has changed, but Tucker hasn't changed, and he is still manipulative. Really, Jack? Ashley says, "But Diane, who is charged for murder, is a brand new woman, but Tucker isn't." Jack calls Ashley cold and says that he has the advantage because he has opened up his heart, unlike Ashley. Back at the Abbott house, Tucker says that he doesn't think that she killed Phyllis. Diane thanks him for that, but he says her past will come up during the trial. Tucker asks if he really wants to put her family through that, and says that this will destroy Kyle and Summer's marriage. Diane should think about that. Then Tucker says that Diane needs a way out, and he can give her that. Back at the park, Sally says her baby is the reason she is accepting Adam's offer. She has to provide for her child. Nick condescendingly says the baby is a Newman. She doesn't need to be provided for. Sally is upset and says that the baby is a Spectra. Sally says that she needs to care for her own child. Plus, Nick need not be concerned because she and Adam have worked together already. Nick claims that Adam can't be professional. Sally believes that she can be. And Nick says that if she go to work with Adam, she will live to regret it because it's the worst mistake of her life. Sally is upset and rants that she didn't ask for his opinion and he needs not to insult her and her decisions and calls them all Newmans, all about ego and power. Sally says that she has somewhere to go and leaves. Back at the coffee house, Chance asks Danielle if everything is good and asks if they are falling apart because of their mom's death. And Danielle asks about the evidence on that Chance has on who killed Phyllis and who killed Stark. Then we go back and to the Abbott house, and Tucker offers Diane money and new ID and Diane calls him out and says that he's doing the dirty work of Ashley. Diane says thanks, but the conversation is over. Then we see Chloe comes over to Sally's apartment and Sally tells her about the offer that Adam gave. And Chloe says absolutely not. Chloe wonders how Nick didn't talk her out of it. Chloe says that she and Adam should not work together. She hates working for him. Chloe asks about Nick's offer, but Sally tells her to stop. She is tired of people telling her that they know more are better for her than she does. Chloe says you gotta do what's best for you, but there's nowhere in hell I'm accepting a job there. Sally explains that she has to do this for her daughter, to provide for her daughter. And Sally then says to Chloe that you are right and you have to do what's best for you, but I'm gonna have to do what's best for me. Before Chloe leaves, she tells Sally to think if she wants freedom or she wants to be tied to Adam for the rest of her life in every way possible. At the park, we see Nick approaches Adam and asks what the hell is he thinking. Nick says that you didn't take any time accepting Victor's post. And Nick asks if it's a ploy to get Sally back. Adam asks him if he is that insecure in the relationship that he's concerned. Is his relationship that fragile? Then we see Jack comes home and Diane welcomes him and he tells him about the offer that Tucker gave to her, and Diane said that she isn't going anywhere. Then we go back to the part, and Adam defends his actions. And Nick tells Adam Sally doesn't need any handout. And Nick vents how he feels about it. Adam wonders why she even ran to Nick in the first place. Nick only sees her as a girlfriend, while he loves her, and asks Nick, how does he really feel about Sally? Would he ever marry her or put a ring on her? Nick's face is left stuck. Then over at Sally, we see her rubbing her belly, trying to figure out what to do. And then we see Jack tells Diane that she's a victim and he'll do everything with Michael to get her out. There's no running. And we end with Daniel texting Jack that they need to meet. Thanks for watching. Bye.